There ain't no fixing Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane issues. Pooh Shiesty, once off the label, like again, by force, by coercion, or Gucci Mane could just do it an easy way. But Gucci is thinking he can reconcile. Pooh Shiesty is at a point where he can't reconcile, according to her data.
The streets are heating up once again, and this time, Gucci Mane is reportedly at the center of a storm involving Pooh Shiesty. According to insiders and unverified reports circulating online, the rap veteran allegedly sent goons after Shiesty following claims of a robbery. The story has already ignited massive chatter across social media, with fans, critics, and industry insiders all weighing in. Videos, screenshots, and posts are spreading like wildfire, and the tension is palpable. In the world of hip-hop, where reputation, respect, and street credibility are constantly on display, allegations like this don't just fade. They escalate. Sources suggest that the situation could have serious implications for both artists, their teams, and the circles around them. The drama reportedly started after claims emerged that Pooh Shiesty had been involved in or targeted by a robbery, which quickly drew the attention of Gucci Mane. Some reports suggest that the alleged retaliation was intended to send a message reinforcing the rapper's authority and influence. Social media erupted with speculation, debates, and heated exchanges as fans tried to parse fact from rumor. Some believe the claims point to a brewing feud between the two, while others argue it could be a misunderstanding amplified by online attention. According to insiders, Pooh Shiesty is taking the situation very seriously. Sources say he is closely monitoring his surroundings, coordinating with his team, and preparing for any potential fallout. The stakes are high, as incidents involving threats, retaliation, or conflict in the streets can carry legal consequences as well as reputational damage. Industry insiders emphasize that in moments like these, even a single misstep can escalate tensions and have lasting effects on an artist's career. Meanwhile, social media has become a battlefield. Fans and critics alike are dissecting every post, story, and clip related to the alleged incident. Memes, reaction videos, and speculations are spreading across platforms, fueling the fire. While some defend Gucci Mane's alleged actions as a show of strength, others criticize the escalation, questioning whether retaliation is necessary or whether the rumors are even credible. Despite the frenzy, sources suggest both rappers are aware of the stakes and the need for strategic action, making every move crucial. What makes this situation even more intense is the history between the two artists and their affiliations. Both are influential figures with loyal followings, and any conflict can quickly attract attention from fans, rivals, and the media. Sources close to the situation suggest that both sides are taking precautions to protect themselves and their teams while navigating the delicate balance of street credibility, reputation, and public perception. This isn't just about one alleged robbery. It's about respect, influence, and maintaining authority in a high-stakes environment where every action has consequences. The story continues to unfold, and with each new post or rumor, tensions appear to rise. Fans are on edge, insiders are monitoring closely, and the streets are watching. In the world of hip-hop, moments like this can define careers, spark feuds, or even lead to unforeseen escalation. Whether the claims are true or blown out of proportion, one thing is certain: the drama surrounding Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty is far from over, and the coming days could be critical in determining how this saga plays out. The streets erupted with shock and speculation the moment rumors began swirling that Gucci Mane allegedly sent goons after Pooh Shiesty following claims of a robbery. According to insiders, the story started circulating late at night, when social media accounts linked to both rappers began sharing cryptic posts, screenshots, and commentary hinting at escalating tension. Fans immediately jumped in, dissecting every video clip, post, and comment to piece together what had allegedly happened. While nothing had been officially confirmed, the sheer volume of speculation made it clear that this situation had the potential to become one of the most talked-about incidents in hip-hop this year. The combination of street credibility, loyalty, and influence at stake meant that even a single misstep could have serious consequences for both artists. Sources close to the matter suggest that the alleged retaliation was a calculated move. Reports indicate that Gucci Mane, a veteran with decades of experience navigating the complexities of the streets and the music industry, allegedly deployed trusted associates to deliver a message of authority. While details remain unverified, insiders say the intention was less about confrontation and more about demonstrating influence and control in response to claims surrounding Pooh Shiesty and the reported robbery. Social media, as expected, exploded in response, with fans debating whether the story was credible or simply another online rumor designed to stir drama. Some fans argued that the situation highlighted the harsh realities of the rap game, where perceived disrespect or vulnerability can quickly escalate into conflict. Meanwhile, Pooh Shiesty reportedly took the allegations seriously. Sources indicate that he immediately began coordinating with his team to assess the situation and ensure the safety of himself, his crew, and his associates. In a world where credibility and street respect are tightly intertwined, any perceived weakness can be magnified and exploited, making vigilance essential. Insiders described the rapper as hyper-aware, constantly analyzing social media chatter, monitoring movements, and reviewing reports from his inner circle. According to sources, the focus was on both defense and strategy, protecting himself while also reclaiming control over the narrative that had begun to spiral online. As the day unfolded, social media became the battleground for interpretation. Fans dissected every image, clip, and post, offering theories about the alleged robbery, Gucci Mane's response, and potential outcomes. Memes and reaction videos spread rapidly, amplifying both the rumor and its impact. Sources close to Pooh Shiesty say that while the online frenzy was intense, the rapper and his team were careful not to overreact publicly. Instead, they reportedly focused on measuring their response, coordinating with trusted contacts, and preparing for any potential escalation in a controlled manner. The strategy, insiders emphasize, was designed to reinforce authority without inviting unnecessary conflict or scrutiny. Within both camps, the atmosphere was reportedly tense but strategic. Friends and collaborators were briefed on how to handle inquiries, social media posts, and interactions with outsiders. Sources suggest that the goal was to prevent leaks, avoid misunderstandings, and maintain credibility in a high-stakes environment where one rumor could spiral out of control. The internal discussions were said to be intense, focusing on both immediate precautions and long-term implications. According to insiders, Pooh Shiesty made it clear that accountability, loyalty, and discretion were paramount. Any misstep could escalate tensions further or damage reputation. The alleged involvement of Gucci Mane added an additional layer of gravity. As a veteran with decades of influence in the industry, his rumored response carried weight far beyond a simple street-level dispute. Sources suggest that associates on both sides understood the potential consequences, not just in terms of immediate confrontation, but also regarding long-term credibility, alliances, and public perception. For both artists, the stakes were more than personal. They involved legacy, influence, and respect within a highly competitive and scrutinized environment. By late afternoon, insiders report that Pooh Shiesty had begun taking further steps to assert control over the narrative. Coordinated posts, selective statements, and careful appearances were reportedly planned to signal composure, awareness, and authority. The goal was to communicate that while the alleged incident was serious, he remained in control, vigilant, and prepared to protect himself and his team. Sources emphasize that this approach was strategic, balancing public visibility with discretion and ensuring that credibility remained intact. Every interaction, post, and comment was reportedly reviewed and approved to maintain consistency and strength in the messaging. By evening, the situation had evolved into a defining moment, not just for the alleged conflict itself, but for how both artists managed perception and authority. Sources close to the matter stress that the next steps would be critical. A single miscalculated move could escalate tensions, fuel speculation, or influence public opinion in ways that might affect future opportunities and reputation. The viral attention and social media frenzy demonstrated the power of perception in hip-hop, and insiders say both Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane were acutely aware of the stakes. The incident had already captured national attention, and everyone involved understood that the coming days would be crucial in shaping the outcome and legacy of this high-profile situation. By the end of the first day, the message was clear. Whether the allegations are verified or exaggerated, the tension, strategy, and stakes surrounding the situation were very real. The viral clip, online commentary, and rumors had set the stage for a high-profile showdown, where credibility, influence, and street respect were on the line. Sources indicate that Pooh Shiesty's focus remained on strategic action, vigilance, and maintaining control over the narrative, signaling to fans, rivals, and the industry alike that in the rap world, every moment counts, and every decision matters. By the following morning, the situation involving Pooh Shiesty and the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation had escalated into a high-stakes drama that captured the attention of fans, industry insiders, and social media alike. According to sources close to the rapper, the early hours were spent assessing the fallout from the viral reports and determining the potential risks. Every social media post, rumor, and clip circulating online was carefully analyzed, as one misstep could amplify the controversy or escalate tensions further. In a world where credibility and street respect can be gained or lost in an instant, Pooh Shiesty reportedly understood that vigilance and strategic action were essential to protecting both himself and his career. Inside his inner circle, the atmosphere was tense but focused. Friends, collaborators, and advisors reportedly worked to develop a coordinated plan for managing the situation. Sources say Pooh Shiesty made it clear that overreacting publicly could be just as damaging as ignoring the alleged threat entirely. The strategy emphasized measured responses, selective visibility, and careful communication to maintain authority without inflaming tensions unnecessarily. Every statement, every social media post, and every public interaction was scrutinized to ensure consistency and credibility. According to insiders, the goal was to reclaim control of the narrative while minimizing risk, signaling to fans and rivals alike that Pooh Shiesty remained fully aware and prepared. By midday, the online landscape had become even more volatile. Social media platforms were flooded with speculation, debate, and analysis. Fans dissected alleged videos, screenshots, and cryptic posts from both camps, while commentators questioned the legitimacy of the claims and debated potential consequences. Sources indicate that Pooh Shiesty and his team were closely monitoring the situation, distinguishing fact from rumor, and ensuring that any public engagement reinforced his image of strength and composure. Every reaction was calculated, intended to maintain credibility, deter potential threats, and reassure supporters that he remained in control. Reports suggest that internal communications within Pooh Shiesty's circle intensified throughout the day. Collaborators, friends, and associates were reportedly briefed on messaging protocols, boundaries, and security measures. Sources emphasize that the rapper stressed accountability and vigilance, ensuring that no one in his team inadvertently compromised his position. The alleged incident had exposed vulnerabilities that needed to be addressed internally as much as externally. According to insiders, Pooh Shiesty wanted to establish a framework where loyalty, discretion, and strategic awareness were prioritized, reducing the risk of leaks or misinterpretations that could escalate the situation further. Meanwhile, the alleged involvement of Gucci Mane added additional complexity to the unfolding drama. As a veteran artist with significant influence, any rumored action from him carried weight beyond immediate street-level implications. Sources suggest that both sides were acutely aware of the potential consequences, not only in terms of personal safety but also regarding long-term reputation and credibility in the industry. The incident reportedly highlighted the delicate balance between street respect, public perception, and strategic restraint. Both camps understood that perception could shift rapidly, and that every decision needed to reinforce authority, composure, and preparedness. By mid-afternoon, Pooh Shiesty reportedly began executing a broader strategy aimed at controlling the narrative and maintaining his credibility. Sources indicate that coordinated social media posts, statements to insiders, and selective public appearances were all carefully planned. The objective was to demonstrate vigilance, authority, and composure, making it clear that while the alleged incident was serious, he remained in control and prepared to protect himself and his team. According to insiders, this measured approach was intended to prevent unnecessary escalation while reinforcing his reputation as someone who could navigate high-pressure situations strategically. As evening approached, social media chatter intensified further. Fans and critics alike analyzed every clip, post, and statement, speculating about the next move from both Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. Sources close to the rapper suggest that he remained focused on the facts he could control, deliberately avoiding speculation or reactionary behavior. By maintaining composure and executing a calculated response, Pooh Shiesty reportedly reinforced his image as both vigilant and strategic, a crucial position in an environment where credibility is everything. By nightfall, insiders report that the rapper had begun consolidating his team's strategy for the days ahead. The alleged incident, whether verified or exaggerated, had already demonstrated how quickly situations in the hip-hop world can escalate. Sources emphasized that Pooh Shiesty's focus was on long-term credibility, protection, and strategic awareness, ensuring that the narrative remained in his control. According to those close to him, the key takeaway from the day was clear: moments of alleged vulnerability can be transformed into demonstrations of strength when approached with preparation, discipline, and calculated action. By the end of the second day, the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation had evolved from rumor into a defining test of Pooh Shiesty's ability to navigate high-pressure situations. Sources indicate that his strategic, measured approach had already begun to stabilize the narrative, reinforcing both his credibility and authority. Fans, rivals, and industry observers were watching closely, recognizing that the way he handled this incident could shape perceptions for months to come. In the high-stakes world of hip-hop, Pooh Shiesty's response demonstrated that while viral rumors and alleged threats may be unpredictable, true strength lies in vigilance, preparation, and the ability to assert control under pressure. As the third day unfolded, the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation situation escalated into a full-blown test of Pooh Shiesty's composure and strategic awareness. Sources close to the rapper indicate that he approached the morning with heightened vigilance, fully aware that the story had taken on a life of its own online. Social media platforms were saturated with speculation, commentary, and debates dissecting every angle of the incident. Fans analyzed videos, screenshots, and posts, trying to determine the truth behind the rumors. According to insiders, Pooh Shiesty spent hours monitoring this landscape, ensuring that he could separate fact from exaggerations and that his next moves would reflect control rather than panic. In an environment where credibility is currency, even a minor misstep could have long-term consequences, and he reportedly knew that precision was critical. Inside his inner circle, the intensity of the situation demanded constant coordination. Friends, collaborators, and advisors reportedly spent the morning discussing strategy, security measures, and public messaging. Sources say Pooh Shiesty emphasized the importance of unity and discipline, making it clear that any lapse in judgment could be exploited by rivals or misinterpreted by fans. According to insiders, he stressed that managing perception was as crucial as managing safety. In hip-hop, where street credibility and public image intersect, both are vital. Every statement, post, or interaction was meticulously reviewed, ensuring that it aligned with his overarching goal: to reclaim authority and demonstrate vigilance without creating unnecessary conflict. By midday, sources suggest that the rapper's team had implemented a multi-tiered strategy to handle both the public and private dimensions of the incident. On the public front, carefully curated social media posts, statements to close contacts, and selective appearances were designed to reinforce Pooh Shiesty's composure and credibility. Internally, he reportedly reinforced protocols around loyalty, discretion, and situational awareness, ensuring that no internal miscommunication could worsen the situation. According to insiders, the strategy was both defensive and proactive. Defensive in protecting against rumors and threats, and proactive in asserting control over the narrative. Meanwhile, the social media storm showed no signs of slowing. Fans, critics, and industry insiders debated the legitimacy of the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation, creating an online battleground of opinions, memes, and reaction videos. Sources indicate that Pooh Shiesty's team monitored the engagement carefully, identifying which narratives could cause long-term damage and which were minor distractions. By focusing only on verifiable information and measured responses, he reportedly maintained authority and prevented online speculation from dictating his actions. The lesson, according to insiders, was clear. In high-profile situations, controlling perception is as important as controlling physical risk. Sources further report that the rapper's awareness of the stakes extended beyond the immediate incident. He understood that conflicts like this could influence collaborations, public appearances, and long-term street credibility. The alleged retaliation by Gucci Mane, whether factual or exaggerated, highlighted how moments of tension can ripple across the industry and affect multiple parties. Insiders indicate that Pooh Shiesty's measured responses, both online and offline, were intended to demonstrate strategic thinking and assert his authority, sending a clear message to fans, rivals, and associates that he would handle adversity with both vigilance and intelligence. Throughout the afternoon, Pooh Shiesty reportedly engaged in a series of private meetings with his inner circle to review security protocols, messaging, and potential next steps. According to insiders, he emphasized that vigilance, composure, and coordinated action were critical to maintaining credibility and safety. The alleged Gucci Mane involvement added an additional layer of pressure, as the situation required balancing street respect with public perception. Every move was deliberate, aimed at reinforcing authority while avoiding unnecessary escalation that could provoke retaliation or misinterpretation. As evening approached, sources suggest that the rapper began to consolidate his public response strategy. Carefully timed posts and selective public interactions were intended to project calm, control, and readiness. According to insiders, the messaging was designed to show that while the alleged incident was serious, Pooh Shiesty remained composed, strategic, and fully capable of managing both the streets and the public narrative. The emphasis was on asserting authority without appearing reckless, highlighting his ability to navigate complex, high-stakes situations with both awareness and professionalism. By nightfall, the alleged incident had evolved from a viral rumor into a defining moment in Pooh Shiesty's career. Sources indicate that his strategic handling, measured communication, and disciplined internal coordination had begun to stabilize the narrative. Fans and rivals alike could see that while the story involved potential threats and speculation, the rapper remained in control. According to insiders, the third day underscored a key truth. In the world of hip-hop, moments of alleged vulnerability can be transformed into demonstrations of strength when approached with preparation, discipline, and calculated action. By the end of the day, one thing was clear. The alleged Gucci Mane retaliation had become more than a rumor. It had become a test of Pooh Shiesty's ability to maintain composure, protect his reputation, and assert authority in a volatile, high-stakes environment. Sources emphasize that his measured responses and strategic approach demonstrated both street awareness and industry intelligence. The incident, once potentially damaging, ultimately became a case study in how vigilance, planning, and controlled communication can turn uncertainty into a display of resilience, ensuring that credibility, respect, and authority remain intact even under immense pressure. As the fourth day of the unfolding drama progressed, the tension surrounding Pooh Shiesty and the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation reached a new level. Sources close to the rapper report that by morning, he was fully immersed in evaluating the situation, both online and on the ground. Social media remained a whirlwind of speculation, debate, and reaction, with fans and industry observers dissecting every detail of the alleged incident. Memes, posts, and video breakdowns circulated rapidly, fueling rumors and interpretations. According to insiders, Pooh Shiesty spent hours reviewing this digital landscape, identifying what could impact his reputation and which narratives required careful response. In the high-stakes world of hip-hop, perception can be as powerful as action, and he reportedly understood that controlling the story was as important as protecting himself physically. Within his inner circle, focus shifted to strategic coordination. Friends, collaborators, and trusted associates reportedly held several meetings throughout the morning, analyzing potential risks and refining their approach. Sources suggest that Pooh Shiesty emphasized the importance of loyalty, discretion, and precise communication. Every statement, post, or public appearance was scrutinized to ensure it reinforced his authority without provoking unnecessary escalation. According to insiders, the rapper made it clear that overreaction or rash decisions could be just as damaging as inaction, and that maintaining composure under scrutiny would ultimately reinforce his credibility. By midday, reports indicate that Pooh Shiesty's team had implemented a multi-layered plan to address the situation. Publicly, the strategy focused on maintaining visibility while conveying strength and preparedness. Carefully timed posts and selective interactions with fans and media were designed to reinforce the message that he remained vigilant and in control. Behind the scenes, internal protocols for security, communication, and coordination were tightened. Sources emphasize that the rapper prioritized both immediate safety and long-term reputation management, recognizing that the alleged involvement of Gucci Mane elevated the stakes considerably. Every move was calculated to protect credibility, assert authority, and prevent rumors from gaining further traction. Social media continued to amplify the incident, with fans and critics analyzing every development. Some praised Pooh Shiesty for his composed handling of the situation, while others questioned whether the online speculation could spiral into something more serious. According to insiders, the rapper remained focused on the facts he could verify, deliberately ignoring exaggeration and rumor. This careful approach allowed him to maintain authority, demonstrating that composure and strategy were just as important as street readiness. Sources suggest that this balance of public vigilance and private preparation was a key factor in stabilizing the narrative. The alleged involvement of Gucci Mane added complexity and urgency to the situation. Sources indicate that both camps were acutely aware that the stakes went beyond a single confrontation. In the rap world, perceived disrespect or vulnerability can ripple across relationships, collaborations, and reputations. Pooh Shiesty reportedly viewed the situation as an opportunity to demonstrate both awareness and strategic foresight. According to insiders, every decision, from statements to social media posts to security measures, was made with the goal of asserting authority while mitigating potential risk. The alleged incident had become a test of his ability to navigate high-pressure circumstances while maintaining composure and credibility. By mid-afternoon, sources report that Pooh Shiesty began implementing additional measures to reinforce control over the narrative. This included coordinating with his inner circle to monitor social media trends, analyzing online commentary, and preparing targeted communications to ensure consistent messaging. According to insiders, the rapper emphasized that controlling perception was just as important as physical vigilance, recognizing that public opinion can influence both street credibility and industry opportunities. Every action was deliberately chosen to project confidence, awareness, and authority. As evening approached, insiders suggest that the rapper focused on consolidating his team's efforts to ensure alignment and discipline. Trusted collaborators were reminded of the importance of discretion, accountability, and coordinated communication. According to sources, Pooh Shiesty stressed that one misstep, either internal or public, could escalate the situation or undermine credibility. This internal alignment reinforced a controlled, disciplined approach that allowed him to navigate the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation strategically, minimizing unnecessary exposure while maintaining authority. By nightfall, the fourth day had clearly become a defining period in the saga. Sources indicate that Pooh Shiesty's strategic handling of both public perception and internal coordination had begun to stabilize the situation. Fans, critics, and industry insiders could see that, while rumors and speculation persisted, the rapper remained in control, vigilant, and composed. According to insiders, this phase highlighted a critical lesson. In high-stakes environments, strength is not only measured by reaction but also by foresight, discipline, and the ability to assert control under pressure. By the end of the day, the alleged incident had evolved beyond a viral rumor or social media debate. It had become a pivotal moment in Pooh Shiesty's career, testing his ability to manage perception, maintain credibility, and navigate a potentially volatile situation. Sources emphasize that his measured responses, careful coordination, and disciplined approach had transformed a moment of uncertainty into a demonstration of authority and resilience. In the world of hip-hop, where reputation is everything and perception can shift in an instant, Pooh Shiesty's handling of the fourth day proved that strategic thinking, composure, and vigilance are just as vital as talent and influence in maintaining respect, control, and authority. As the fifth day unfolded, the tension surrounding Pooh Shiesty and the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation reached its peak. According to insiders, the morning began with the rapper reviewing the fallout from the previous days, carefully analyzing social media chatter, news reports, and insider updates. The situation had already escalated far beyond the original claims, with fans, media outlets, and industry insiders speculating about every possible angle. Pooh Shiesty reportedly approached the day with a mix of caution and strategic focus, understanding that one misstep, whether in public or behind the scenes, could have lasting consequences for both his reputation and personal safety. The viral attention and rumors had created a high-stakes environment where credibility and street respect were on the line, and he reportedly treated the scenario as both a test and an opportunity. Inside his inner circle, the focus was on precision and coordination. Friends, collaborators, and trusted associates reportedly gathered multiple times throughout the day to review messaging, security measures, and potential next steps. Sources indicate that Pooh Shiesty emphasized the importance of maintaining composure, projecting authority, and avoiding unnecessary escalation. Every action, whether a social media post, interview, or public appearance, was carefully considered to ensure it aligned with a broader strategy of reclaiming control and reinforcing credibility. According to insiders, the rapper made it clear that loyalty, discretion, and awareness were paramount. A single miscommunication or leak could undermine all the progress made in the previous days. By midday, the public narrative was still highly volatile. Social media platforms were flooded with speculation, memes, reaction videos, and commentary, with fans and critics debating the legitimacy of the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation and the implications for Pooh Shiesty. Sources suggest that the rapper's team closely monitored the conversation, identifying which narratives required intervention and which could be ignored. Pooh Shiesty reportedly focused on maintaining authority and composure, avoiding reactionary posts or statements that could escalate the drama. According to insiders, this disciplined approach allowed him to project control and strategic awareness, demonstrating that even under intense scrutiny, he could navigate complex situations effectively. Throughout the afternoon, the rapper reportedly intensified internal coordination. Sources indicate that meetings with his inner circle focused on reinforcing messaging, evaluating potential risks, and preparing for any scenario that could arise. Pooh Shiesty reportedly stressed that every decision, from interactions with fans to private conversations with associates, had to reinforce his credibility and authority. The alleged involvement of Gucci Mane added a layer of complexity, as the potential for misinterpretation or escalation could affect relationships, street reputation, and public perception. According to insiders, the rapper's goal was to turn a potentially volatile situation into a demonstration of strategic thinking and resilience. By late afternoon, sources report that Pooh Shiesty began implementing additional measures to stabilize the narrative. Carefully timed social media posts, selective public interactions, and controlled communications with media outlets were all reportedly part of a broader plan to assert authority and demonstrate vigilance. According to insiders, every move was deliberate, intended to signal to fans, rivals, and the industry that the rapper remained in control and fully aware of the stakes. The emphasis was on demonstrating strength without provoking unnecessary conflict, projecting a balance of composure, strategy, and street credibility. As evening approached, the rapper reportedly consolidated his team's efforts, ensuring that everyone was aligned and disciplined in their approach. Sources suggest that Pooh Shiesty emphasized the importance of internal accountability, reminding his team that loyalty and discretion were critical to preventing leaks or miscommunication that could escalate the situation. By creating a unified, strategic front, the rapper reportedly reinforced both internal cohesion and external perception, demonstrating that the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation would not destabilize his credibility or authority. By nightfall, the narrative surrounding the incident had begun to stabilize. According to insiders, Pooh Shiesty's disciplined approach, measured communication, and careful coordination had successfully asserted control over both public perception and internal dynamics. Fans and critics could see that, despite the viral rumors and speculation, the rapper remained composed, strategic, and vigilant. Sources indicate that this day served as a turning point, highlighting the importance of careful planning, foresight, and coordinated action in high-pressure situations where reputation and credibility are on the line. By the end of the fifth day, it was clear that the alleged Gucci Mane retaliation had become more than a rumor. It had become a defining moment in Pooh Shiesty's career. Sources close to the rapper emphasized that his ability to maintain composure, execute strategic responses, and coordinate his inner circle demonstrated both resilience and authority. What could have been a damaging controversy instead became a showcase of his ability to navigate complex situations, protect his reputation, and assert control under pressure. In the high-stakes world of hip-hop, where perception, credibility, and street respect are constantly under scrutiny, Pooh Shiesty's handling of the fifth day proved that strategic thinking, discipline, and vigilance are essential tools for sustaining influence, maintaining authority, and turning potential vulnerability into a demonstration of strength. Ultimately, the fifth day reinforced a key lesson. In an environment where rumors and viral moments can dominate public discourse, true power lies not just in talent or connections, but in the ability to act decisively, think strategically, and maintain control of one's narrative. For Pooh Shiesty, this incident became a test of resilience, composure, and leadership, proving that reputation is earned not only by success but also by the way an artist handles pressure, scrutiny, and potential threats. The drama between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane is more than just a viral story. It's a masterclass in how high-stakes situations can define reputation and credibility. In the rap world, moments of tension, rumors, or alleged threats can escalate quickly, but how an artist responds often matters more than the incident itself. Pooh Shiesty's measured approach, combining vigilance, strategic coordination, and careful communication, demonstrates that composure under pressure is as important as talent or street credibility. For fans and observers, this situation is a reminder that perception shapes reality. Every action, post, or statement can influence how an artist is viewed, and maintaining authority requires both foresight and discipline. Whether in music, business, or life, the ability to navigate high-pressure moments with strategy, awareness, and calm determination separates those who survive controversy from those who are defined by it. Stay alert, think strategically, and remember, control over your narrative is power.